Straight ahead on 12 News, healthcare jobs in demand. How a local program is trying to fill the need. Plus, a special building project in the works in Plymouth. How this project is meant to inspire creative play among kids with disabilities. But first,
It's been rough the last couple days.
a winter that hasn't lived up to its name, impacting everything from stores to the slopes. 12 News starts right now. Hello, and thanks for joining us. With the official start of winter just 6 days away, it feels more like early spring.
Yeah, there has been more rain than snow this December. And as Eric Nelson found out, snow lovers are out in the cold.
It's been rough the last couple days.
El Nino is causing the snow business to melt.
So we've seen that some of the accessories that are meant for colder winters aren't moving right now.
Balmy temps in the Northwest Metro have put winter sports sales in a deep freeze.
Things are slowing down here. We got some Christmas specials going on to keep things afloat, but definitely slower than we'd like.
At Pioneer Midwest in Osseo, no snow is no good.
Unfortunately, for the snowshoers, you need some of the deep powdery stuff, and we're not getting that today.
Skis aren't exactly a hot item these days. Thanks to the mild weather, winter is just a rumor.
Thinking about taking the canoes down and going for a paddle on the creek in the back of the shop today, so we'll let you know how that goes.
There is no snow in the immediate forecast, which means places like Elm Creek Park have to be proactive.
Thank God it's going to get cold.
A brief cold snap will give the park a small window to make snow so skiers can hit the slopes soon.
We have snow, so if you're a skier, you can depend on us that we'll be open. This weekend we're going to open up again.
But in reality, there is no spinning thing. The warm weather has had an impact on cold weather activities.
If you ask any ski resort, they're having a hard time staying open. Some of them are closed, and like us, we're waiting for that window of opportunity.
Meanwhile, here in Brooklyn Park, this popular sledding hill is nothing but a mound of green grass. And this hockey rink, well, there's no ice in sight. I'm Eric Nelson, Channel 12 News.
Unusual year. Elm Creek Park officials say the man-made snow should stick around as long as overnight lows are in the 20s.
There will soon be a whole new level of summertime fun at a playfield and park in Plymouth. That's thanks to a $200,000 grant from Hennepin County. The money will go toward a $2.2 million project at the Zachary Playfields and Park that will build a new adaptive softball field and a new universal access playground. The new playground will have an under the sea theme, and that'll be designed by New Hope company Create Play. This is the first time Plymouth has received a Hennepin County Youth Sports Grant since the program started in 2009 with the sales tax associated with the Twin Stadium.
This project is absolutely needed and important in Plymouth. It's important for us to make sure that people with all level of ability can interact and play with one another.
Fundraising for the project is underway with the Zachary Johnson Foundation. The goal is to open the new playfield and park by the summer of 2017. The Golden Valley City Council this week gave final approval to a plan to replace the nearly 100-year-old Brookview Community Center. The $18 million plan includes an indoor children's play area and would double the size of the existing building. While there were some concerns about cost, Council member Andy Snope called it a good community investment with the goal of attracting younger families to Golden Valley. There will be a public input meeting to look at the design in February. Groundbreaking would occur next fall.
Property taxes, meanwhile, are going up in Hennepin County. The Board of Commissioners approved a 4.5% tax levy increase, which is significantly higher than in previous years. They felt it necessary to maintain services and make up for drops in federal and state aid. For the median valued suburban home, property taxes would go up about $40. The budget helps pay for nearly 200 new employees, including staff at the new Brooklyn Park Library that opens this year, or next year, that is. And Jeff Johnson, who represents Maple Grove and part of Plymouth, was the only no vote. Well, now to a story impacting the healthcare industry.
Nurses are in need of help due to a shortage of certified nursing assistants. But as Emily Regruce explains, one local program is looking to change that.
Right now, there's a great need for nursing assistants. There's actually a shortage. of nursing assistants.
Nursing assistants perform tasks like taking blood pressure and pulse, transferring patients, and bathing them.
That's really a big deal. And
This frees up nurses like Kathy Lonsky to focus on other parts of their job.
They're like the backbone for nursing. They help, they do direct patient care, and they're really appreciated by the nurses.
I'm going to give a question. We're going to start with Unit 1.
And just as much as the nursing assistants are needed, there are people in need of jobs.
I've always wanted to do nursing. It's always been a passion of mine. It's just, I've actually tried to do it at first, but you know, life happened, things just got in the way.
Shantia Hill is a 29-year-old single mother of 2 children.
For everything you do,
through a program called Hired, she's been able to attend school free of charge.
That was good, because like I said, I'm a single mom, so I'm like, times are hard.
It's like a privilege. It's, you know, wonderful. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, having to find, you know, the income to help you with paying for school.
Unit 2.
Che Vang is also in the program at Hennepin Technical College.
They actually help you find a job too, and that's just wonderful.
Ethics and etiquette.
The program is only 6 weeks, so students can enter the workforce quickly and get started in their careers.
If a doctor calls, what do you do?
Many of whom have dreams of advancing in healthcare.
I do want to continue my education because I'm setting my goal to becoming a nurse, registered nurse.
10 years from now, I plan on being a pediatric doctor.
Their first jobs will land them in places like the Water Senior Living in Plymouth.
Nursing assistants are the core of our business.
Dr. Judy Peters says nursing assistants form invaluable relationships with their patients.
I'm excited about the Hired program because I think that's a great opportunity for the industry in general.
Contributing in other ways.
As for Che and Shantia, they're prepping for their final exam this Friday.
Very proud of myself. It's something I always wanted.
And dreaming of what's to come.
It's a really big stepping stone, and I'll be able to help people along the way.
Emily Ragoose, 12 News.
Nursing assistants can expect to make around $15 an hour. So far, Hired has put more than 200 students through the program, and it's able to help them with advanced training.
We have a correction to make. In a story last week about a Brooklyn Park Christmas tree lot, family members we talked to said the light rail project is one reason this will be the last year at the Gray family tree farm. Well, according to Hennepin County Public Works and officials at the Blue Line Extension Project, light rail will come within 85 feet of the barn, but they say it would not require the acquisition of the barn or the nearby house. Coming up, saving money on holiday baking. We have tips to cut costs without sacrificing taste.
And then a little bit later in sports, district rivals Maple Grove and Park Center go head-to-head in both boys and girls basketball.
But first, Thursday starts to feel a bit more December-like. High temperatures only in the 20s. Welcome back, everyone. When it comes to holiday overspending, it's not always about the gifts.
One place people tend to overlook is holiday baking and entertaining. Your grocery bill will likely go up in December, so reporter Shannon Slatton has some money-saving solutions.
Baking cookies for your neighbors or for your coworkers might be the festive thing to do, but it can also get downright expensive. We met up with competitive baker Roy Barham here in Crystal to find out how to cut the cost without influencing the taste.
You want to make sure you got good cookies.
Roy Barham knows a thing or two about cookies. He's been baking competitively for more than 10 years, and he has the ribbons to show for it. Roy also produces and hosts the Northwoods Cooking Show on public access.
We have 1 cup of brown sugar.
The holidays might be Roy's time to shine in the kitchen, but he doesn't want his budget to take a shiner.
Christmas time, you want your food to taste good. You want it to smell good. You don't want to give out cheap treats. People are going to remember you from your treat.
So he plans accordingly. First, by choosing recipes around ingredients he already has. You can search on allrecipes.com to find recipes to match the ingredients you have on hand.
One of the things I do is take inventory of what I have in my cupboard first.
Then Roy says do your research to find the best prices on quality ingredients that make your items stand out. Ingredients like chocolate, vanilla, or cinnamon.
When making something special, when you want to work the best quality you have, could afford, I always teach everybody, don't substitute, because that changes your recipe completely.
And finally, Roy has a tip that seems like common sense. Slow down, take your time. If you get in a hurry, you're likely to make a mistake that could cost you extra.
Don't burn your cookies and waste all that time and energy and money on your food.
One silver lining at the grocery store for this time of year is you tend to find baking items at rock bottom prices. So stock up now on items like flour and sugar. They can last through much of the year ahead. For Money Savers, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
Local grocery store Lunds and Byerly's is right now hosting 12 days of savings with a holiday food item on deep discount daily. And good advice about not burning the cookies. It's all wasted then, right?
In my house, it's always the last batch of the day. Those get burned.
Those get discarded, huh?
Right.
Coming up, a double dose of nature in Plymouth.
But first in sports, Maple Grove is one of 4 area boys basketball teams still undefeated. John Jacobson has their story and more when we come back. As we said, Maple Grove still undefeated, but this was kind of a back and forth game.
Yeah, they got a test from Park Center, who bounced back nicely. They had gotten blown out last week by Osseo. Really gave the Crimson a battle on Tuesday. Park Center faced back-to-back district rivals in boys basketball, first Osseo and then Maple Grove. The Crimson and Pirates played a tough game, with Maple Grove prevailing, looking to stay unbeaten on this young season. Quick passing by the Pirates, and Osiris Washington scores underneath for a 20-18 PC lead. 2 seconds left in the half. Derek Ogechi gets the rebound and hits the half-court bomb. Park Center up 25-20 at the half. Teron Pickford to Tawan Pickford. Cousins combining there. Maple Grove starts the second half on a 9-0 run and takes the lead. Park Center keeps it close. Ogechi draining a 3, making it 34-32 Maple Grove. Reed Nico fights off the double team and answers for Maple Grove on the hook shot. Brad Davison with a nice look to Tawan Pickford for the hook and foul, and a 39-33 Maple Grove lead. Taiwan has a big night. He gets the rebound and puts back here, plus a foul, and finishes with 14 points. Maple Grove wins the game 68-60. The Crimson and Pirates girls team split 2 regular season meetings last winter. The Crimson visiting the Pirates for the first of 2 meetings this season. And Simonette with a steal for Park Center, who will throw it ahead of Osseo Bombadilli for the layup in the early going for the Pirates, as they look to break a 2-game losing streak. The bank is open for Allie Schmidt for the Crimson. They take a 4-point lead on Schmidt's basket. Danielle Schaub fakes the handoff, freezes the defense, and drives and scores. Park Center holds a 25-23 lead at the half, 14 points for Schaub. Second half, Maple Grove surges ahead. Schmidt inside to Mackenzie Barta for 2 of her 12 points. Crimson up by 2. Park Center goes on a run. Michaela Hayes rebounds the miss, gets the putback, and scores. Pirates lead 39-35. Maple Grove pushes in front. Kylie Binstock drives, setting up Autumn Miller for a long 2. Maple Grove up 42-39. But Park Center's last run is decisive. Io Bombadilli pops out to nail a 3. The Pirates have the lead for good. She scores 13 in the game. After struggling some at the free throw line, the Pirates make some key free throws down the stretch, and they win it 53-44. Also in girls basketball, Armstrong tipped off at home against Totino-Grace. Latea Turman hits a long 2 for the Falcons. They jump out to a 6-0 lead in the game's first 65 seconds. But Grace rallies from that. Lob pass from Sydney Workey to her sister Lexi for 2. Eagles lead by 1. Grace holds Armstrong scoreless for 8 minutes while going on a 13-0 run. Jenna Meyer with a 3 there. She scored 15 to lead the Eagles. Sydney Workey, left-handed hook shot in the lane, helps Totino-Grace build a 12-point lead at halftime. And the Eagles come out of the locker room and score the next 6. Sydney Workey with the putback off the miss, and she nets 14 in the game. Masengo Modana goes all the way on this play for the Falcons and draws the foul. 11 points in the game for Modana in for Armstrong, but they can't quite pull this one out. Julia Solwald with a 3 here for Grace. The Eagles improved to 3-1 on the season. They beat Armstrong 52-38. In girls hockey, Armstrong-Cooper is less than a week away from their annual holiday tournament. Totino-Grace is also in that tournament this year, and those 2 teams faced off in a Northwest Suburban Conference game Tuesday. Bella Reeve going around the defender, scores on a nice backhander, giving Armstrong a 1-0 first period lead. 29 seconds later, they'll strike again. Haley Hansen to Jessica Halverson. Her wrist shot up high, puts the Wings up 2-0 after a period. The Eagles strike back in the second. Amelia Vosen skates into the wing zone, right to the net, and she'll shoot and score. And it's a 2-1 game. Late in the period, Armstrong-Cooper on the power play. This time it's Kenzie Malone scoring from the circle. The Wings go back in front by 2 goals. Those first 3 goals for them all on the power play. They put the game away in the third period. Ana Aguado, that's the 4th Armstrong-Cooper goal on a rebound. The Wings break a 5-game losing streak with a 4-1 win. Look at the #1 team in boys hockey, Benilde St. Margaret's, on our news tomorrow starting at 4.
All right, thanks, John. Still ahead, our symbol of freedom ×2 in Plymouth.
Now we capture the bird's eye view coming up next. Wow, Christmas is a real light show at a home in Plymouth. We found these holiday lights in the 14,900 block of 47th Avenue North. And the lights, as you can see, are synced up to music that you can hear in your car. The combination of sight and sound will get your heart pumping, no doubt. And if there is a bright holiday lighting display in your neighborhood, send an email to us. That's news@12.tv, and we'll continue to show these through Christmas. Well, finally, it's not every day you spot an eagle while at work, let alone 2.
That's right. Check out this video. This is from our viewer, Bruce Wallstrom. He shared with us from his home on Schmidt Lake in Plymouth. Wallstrom often works from home, and he tells us this is one of the perks, seeing wildlife up close. It is not the first time that he's seen an eagle, but it is the first time a pair has landed on his lawn. And these two spent about 30 minutes on his lawn, much of that time feeding on a muskrat.
I try to, when I'm doing my work, I'm almost always looking out at the lake, and it's, that's a lot of tranquility that goes with it, but I get to see a lot of great nature, and this type of thing happens often where I see fox or eagles or, a variety of birds that I've never seen before.
Bruce is quick to credit his wife, who spotted the eagles first, and he told us there were actually 3 eagles. One was circling and squawking from above. And he says Schmidt Lake, the quality has really improved over the years, and he credits that with a lot of the wildlife returning and those eagles looking for lunch. So they come over to Schmidt Lake, right?
Double eagle on the lawn.
That's right. That does it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.
And we'll see you again Thursday starting at 4.